Oh yeah, this is taking me forever. Come on, Melissa, you got this. I think I've already up. Oh yeah, I'm making a mess. I think I pulled something. I wonder how it would taste if you used Nutella. Ooh. This is not your time to play in the video. I need to stop eating this. This is my time to shine. Ah! Hello everybody, it's Melissa and I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be making for you some healthy peanut butter chocolate cookies. Now these are a vegan recipe, so they don't have any dairy or they don't have any eggs. They're also gluten-free and grain-free, but they are not sugar-free. So if you're looking for a sugar-free recipe, this is not it. So I have tried out this recipe once before, and it is from a blog called Blissful Basil, and I'll leave a link to the recipe in the description box below. It's a very quick recipe. It doesn't take very long to throw together. I made these a few Mondays ago for bachelor night and they were so good. So like I said, they are healthy, but they are not really healthy. They do have sugar. Instead of wheat flour, we are using oat flour. In a lot of paleo recipes or a lot of other alternative dessert recipes, they use coconut flour or almond flour, which are really expensive. So an alternative that you can do that makes it a little bit cheaper instead of using those almond and coconut flours is making your own oat flour at home, which I'm going to be doing today. Basically, all you need to do is take some oats and blend them up in a blender until they're a fine powder, and then you can use that as your oat flour for some dessert recipes. I have a KitchenAid mixer here that I'm going to be using for this recipe, but if you just have a hand mixer or even just a bowl, you can just stir it. This is just going to save me a little bit of time. You need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and I'm going to do that now. So the very first thing that you want to do after you preheat your oven is you're going to add in 1 cup of peanut butter and 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to be using the coconut palm sugar. Can you see it? Can you see it? So I'm going to take this guy off. I'm not organized. Okay, so I am going to start by adding 1 cup of peanut butter. I believe this is my 1 cup measure. And I'm just going to spatula it out. I feel like I'm on a cooking show though, that's fun. Okay, so I had exactly 1 cup left in this tub of peanut butter, so that's awesome. Just gonna put that guy in there. Now, when I made this recipe the first time, we doubled it and it made close to 24 cookies. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a really nice batch. Second thing that is going in is a cup of this coconut palm sugar. So I'm just gonna use the same measuring spoon as this peanut butter, which is probably not a good idea, but whatever. Okay, so I'm using 1 cup of the coconut sugar, and I'm just gonna put this on medium just to get them combined. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so I just mixed it for about 30 seconds, and I'm gonna add in a few more of the ingredients. I think this is a teaspoon. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Does anybody else just add as much vanilla as they want? I feel like you can never add too much vanilla to a recipe. Don't tell anybody I said that, because that's probably really wrong. You probably could ruin a recipe by adding too much vanilla. Okay, so a teaspoon of baking soda. Oven is ready. Okay, so it says 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, so I'm just gonna estimate. Looks like 1/8 of a teaspoon, sure. Now the next part is not included in the recipe, but I like my peanut butter cookies to be chocolatey. So I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder to start, and then after I add in the almond milk, then I will see what the consistency of the batter is. And I'm just gonna mix this for about 30 to 45 seconds just to get everything combined. And the last thing that we want to do is we want to add the almond milk and we want to add the oat flour. Okay, so I'm going to measure out just over a cup into the blender. Also, pro tip, if you have a little bit of extra oat flour, I love adding it into my banana pancakes for breakfast. So my regular 1 banana, 2 eggs, and a little bit of this oat flour with some vanilla, cinnamon, and cocoa powder. It's amazing. Okay, so we've got our oats into our blender. I'm just gonna put this through the processor until it forms a powder. We've got our oat flour, and I'm just going to, again, measure just over 1 cup, and we're gonna add it into the batter along with some almond milk. So the recipe calls for 1/4 cup of almond milk, but since I added in the cocoa powder, I don't wanna dry the batter out, so I'm gonna add in 1/3 cup of almond milk. If you don't add the cocoa powder, don't add the extra almond milk. You get my vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna add in 1/3 cup of this Dream Blends almonds, hazelnut, and cashew. This is my favorite. So I'm just gonna add in 1/3 cup of that. I'm just gonna turn the blender on and then add a little bit of the oat flour as I go. So I've got all of the ingredients in the mixer now. The oat flour is fully combined, and I added a little bit more of the almond milk just to make sure that it was a nice consistency. I don't know about you, but I have 0 time to clean cookie sheets after I use them. So parchment paper is my best friend. I literally use parchment paper every single time I put something in the oven because I cannot be bothered to have something stick to a cookie sheet and have to wash it. I actually should probably apologize to my parents because when I used to cook at home, I don't think I ever used parchment paper, but I would also never wash my dishes, and so that would have really sucked. Okay, so I'm gonna put these cookies in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes and see how they are looking. I like mine a little bit undercooked rather than overcooked, but this is an awkward angle, so I'm gonna put them in the oven now. Okay, so the cookies are done. They're out of the oven. They started to cool down a little bit, and I may or may not have taken the last little bit of cookie dough and just put it in the fridge. This recipe did make about 12 cookies. I probably could have made 2 more cookies out of the cookie dough that I kept. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below if you try the recipe. Subscribe to my channel because I upload new videos every Friday, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! I'm gonna eat one of these cookies now.
Do they taste the same or a little bit different? They look a little more fluffy.
They're more fluffy and they're more peanut buttery.
Yeah.
But I wonder why they're more fluffy.
Hi.
Just in time for cookies!
Yay.